right, welcome everybody. I am here and I think everything is working. I always start off all my streams like this. Sounds good. Hey, I'm Paul, half of Dads and Dice, and today we're doing something that haven't been doing in a very long time, and that is a new to the collection. So as I was looking through stuff, it looks like the last time that I did this was back in May. Sorry, just kind of situating everything over here so that I can see stuff. I think I just said May. Last time I did one of these was back in December, and that was with a bunch of stuff that I got back there, and it's been 3 months now, and we've gotten a lot more stuff. So we're just going to kind of go through the stuff that is here, and most of it being publisher mail, so things that got sent to us by publishers. Now, with that being said, there are a couple things here that I purchased or was gifted by family or friends or something like that. And then also Devin has a ton of games that he has added to his collection that I don't have in front of me either. So this is just a small portion of what has come into both of our collections since December, the last time that I did this. But yeah, a lot of good stuff has come in. A lot of stuff has also left the collection. So a lot of stuff that just couldn't fit anymore. I did do some rearranging of my studio, my guest room here. So you'll notice I've got a couple different things going on here for the background. But I did have to clear out some space. So a lot of that stuff went out and a lot of this stuff came in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and head over to the top down and we'll start talking about some new stuff to the collection. First one here, we're going to have to go with this big boy. This is here. Off to the side, you could see it. This is a Stone Saga. This is published by Open Owl Studios. They did send this for review purposes, and I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very, very excited for this game. And I'm going to go ahead and get it set up on the table, hopefully after this, or at least get everything organized, hopefully after this, so that I can get started playing this, so that I can get that review out within the next month or so. I do want to play a couple of the games on this one, at least get through some of that campaign so that I can review it properly. But this is Stone Saga, designed by Max Brook and Luke Eddy, again, by Open Owl Studios. So this is a massive, massive game. You can see here the size of it, right? So it is a thick boy, and this had some lid lift because of all this stuff here. So there is an organizer. I did kind of look through it a little bit, but we're going to go through and see what we have. Let me try to get this out of the way. Okay, excuse me. So here we go. We've got our first game setup. We've got our rules, we've got our codex, all of that stuff here. Let's open it up just a little bit. One thing with this game is all of this is also in the digital form. There is an app for it, which I have already downloaded. I've already started looking at the rule book, but the digital app is the most up-to-date. It's got some errata, it's got all that kind of stuff in it. So here, looks like we have, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it looks like some types of drawings or something, some types of cave drawings. I know at some point we're going to be drawing stuff in caves. This must be our animal. This is the aurochs. Cannot move independently, so just the little aurochs here. We've got, these are the... I forget what to call them. Is it behemoths, maybe? The monsters that you'll eventually fight. Pretty cool. And then here is our journal. So again, this is a campaign game, and we can write down some stuff on here. So this is the map. These are just some different things here. The only pigments that we found at the beginning are black. You can start finding some other ones later. Write down some recipes that you may have found throughout the campaign there. But this is just a way to kind of keep record of your games. So like I mentioned, this is a campaign game. It goes through 3 different epochs. So that's the first one, there's the second one, and there's the third epoch. Looks like, oh yeah, those are the behemoths, and then just some notes. So pretty cool that it comes with a little journal there. We've got the actual rule book here. This is a big boy. This is a big boy rule book. This is an entire book. I want to say it's about 100 pages long. Yep, there is 100 and there is 107. So now the good thing with this book or with this rule book is everything is broken up perfectly in the glossary. There's basic rules and concepts, and that is through page 54, it looks like. But this is just the basics. You don't have to read the rest of it until you get to that, really. You can kind of read it, learn it as you play. But even before that, there is a tutorial that will teach you these basics. So, you've got your setup, you got basic rules, concepts, all that. Anyway, so there's just like a nice, easy kind of way into the game. I believe it says on here somewhere you can stop reading and play the tutorial, learn as you play here. So if you intend to learn it, read everything prior to the sidebar. Now you know all the rules, start playing from there. So that starts at page 24. So that's a nice little thing that they have included on there. You got all these reference cards. First game setup, foraging, terrain, just these references on how to do these different types of actions and what they're going to do for you. So that's pretty cool. That's nice. I like that. Again, there is a digital copy of this one where you can search things, and it's just a little bit up to date. So they're constantly updating that. We have the codex here. The codex basically is just you're going to be finding recipes and stuff throughout the game. You're going to be having to look things up, look up different numbers and stuff like that. So in this codex, you're going to be able to do that. So that way you obviously don't have to remember everything, but you can just do it through there. And again, that is a digital copy through the app as well, which I've just kind of gotten a little chance to peek at. Not too much because I don't want to spoil anything for my playthroughs or anything like that. So I'm going to try to keep this a little bit as together as I can. So that way, whenever I organize it, I can put it all in the right spots. These right here, interesting. I thought these were just pieces of paper, but no, these are actual cave walls, I believe is what they are. And you're going to be drawing through them, trying to make legends and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got all of our components here, all of our boards. So we've got like our lore tracker, we've got our population tracker. I forget what those ones are. You got energy tokens, you've got injury tokens. I think this one is blight. I'm probably wrong. You got upgrade tokens, all sorts of stuff in there. You've got all your different terrains and everything like that. So, like I said, we're going to get that organized. Very cool of them to include these organizers. And these ones here, these top ones, this is where these trackers go. So that way you keep track of it. So that way, whenever you're saving the game and stuff like that, you can actually go back and you know exactly where it's at. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, all the little places for all the little chits. Bring this one back into view here. And then we've got your mantle boards. So these are your different characters, right? So we've got 4 different characters that you can choose from. And really at the beginning, it doesn't matter which one, you're just kind of picking it for the mini. But at the end, you're going to be getting some asymmetric abilities and stuff like that. So you've got Mantle of the Protection, Mantle of the Warrior, Mantle of the Storyteller, and Mantle of the Seeker. So pretty cool stuff there. I like this right here. This is your inventory bag, and it's dual layered here. Anything that you collect, you have to fit it in this shape. So I think that's pretty cool in order to keep it. So if it doesn't fit in there, you're going to be removing it. Another little place for your hex tiles and stuff like that. I mentioned pigments. So it comes with these colors. At first, you only have the black pigment, but then later you'll gain pigments, so you can do stuff with that. We've got some miniatures. So these are our characters, and they are very nice. Hey, Ian, how's it going? So there is one of the minis. If I painted stuff, this would look sweet painted. Got another one. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Ian, how's it going? What's new with you? Very cool. I like this one. This big boy, big guy with a big old mallet. Our buddy Joe, oops, that looks like that froze up. There it comes. Our buddy Joe over at Board Games for Two, he actually got this copy as well. And I believe he's already played through a lot of the campaign. He has a review up on his channel. He's actually the person that made me want to check this one out. So if you're interested in a review for the game, go check out his review. Board Games for Two. Go ahead and put these back. Cool. Oh, there's some dice in here, and then some little trackers. Oh, the trackers. Watching some TV, put together a new rotating bookshelf for the den, help organize games. Yeah, that's. I was kind of mentioning that at the beginning of this video. I've gotten rid of tons of games. Obviously, I got tons in, but I've gotten rid of a ton of them just for space. These here are the hex tile organizers. Pretty cool. You just put the little tiles on there. I like that quite a bit. You have a couple more minis down here. The behemoths, like we mentioned, that's these real big ones. These are awesome. This is some type of golem-looking thing or rock creature. Very cool. Nice and big. We've got this snake-looking thing. Not 100% sure what this one is. Pretty cool here also. And then we have this weird one, which has got this like plastic crystal ball thing on it. Looks like a seal, but with like a city inside of it. Not 100% sure, but that one's really cool. And then you have your animal companion, possibly. So all of that stuff there. Let's see, I have to kind of look over it again. This box is massive, so trying to get as much stuff here as possible. Nice little bag. Not 100% sure what that one's for. Haven't gotten to that yet. And then a couple of decks. So we have this A deck and this B, or should I say not decks, but containers, storage containers. Bunch of cards in them. Not going to open all those up, but you know, you've got unsure footing. So I think these are just some different events and stuff like that can happen. Silk orbs, hazards, solo, it says on there. So there's a couple different ways you can play it. You can play it true solo, or you can do two characters solo. Some organizers, journey deck cards. Again, it's going to take me some time to actually organize this game, but I'm hoping to get it played this week. So we have all of that stuff. And then the last thing down here is a nice little reference sheet. So you've got your night phase, you've got your day phase on the other side of it, and then some of the actual challenges. So I believe this one says campaign start, introduction, play this one at the beginning of a new campaign. So Seeds on the Wind, I believe this is the tutorial. And then there's another one that's a little bit more challenging that you can go with. So very, very, very excited to play this one. I finally cleared up my other campaign game that I was playing, so time to get a new one out. And I believe with this one, you can also just kind of do like one shots. You don't actually have to do the full campaign. So that's pretty nice on its own. But I would like to, play that through all three epochs there. But again, very, very, very excited to get this one played. And I'm hoping to get it started tomorrow night, honestly, once I get all this organized and everything where it needs to go. So this will do for now. And again, there is a little lift on this just because of all those resources, but we'll get it all organized. But that is Stone Saga, again, by Open Owl Studios. Very, very excited for this one. All right, now I'm going to grunt to get this one off of the table because it's a big boy. Oh. All right, let's get to a few more manageable games here. All right, this next one, it's right in front of me. This is Meadow Adventure Book. I'm ashamed to say that I got this one for Christmas. My brother bought me this game for Christmas, and it's still in shrink. So we're going to unwrap it completely and see what it is. Meadow is a game that I absolutely love. I really, really enjoyed the base game. When the first expansion came out, Downstream, very, very much enjoyed that one as well. It just added more to the gameplay. But this one just kind of adds more of another campaign kind of game to it. So it changes what you're doing from game to game. Heard good things, Michael. Michael, have you played the original Meadow or the Downstream or anything like that? Ian, working on our thumbnail for revisiting our collection. We're working on getting rid of games. Yep, it's huge pile for sale. I have played the original. Like I said, I absolutely love the expansion and the original one. I think it's great. So this one, you've got some common components. You've got some 6 boxes, and in those boxes are the different types of challenges. This expansion takes you on a hike with a beautiful cave as your final destination. You'll discover places that challenge you to change your perspective. Each page of the book is a different hike, introducing new elements or changing the point scoring known from the base game. So you've got a couple more. This is from the base game. Before you begin, you have to open envelope U. So in the original game, there's all these different envelopes that you unlock as you do certain things. I've heard the solo in this one is great. I've heard of the multiplayer in this one is great as well, but most likely this will be a solo game for me. I still actually have not played Meadow solo. I've wanted to. Maybe I'll do a live stream of that one day. We'll see. But I know on this one you can't use the Downstream expansion, so I'm going to have to remove some of those cards from the deck, which is okay. It's not a bad thing. But we'll go ahead and do that whenever I get a chance. I like it a lot too. It's a great game. I absolutely love the little token positions of picking your card that you're getting with those tokens. And actually, Ian, the Rolling Realms version of Meadow is terrific. I think they did a great job with that. So here are the boxes. Looks like that we need to build some chipboards. All these nice little symbols. Look at that. New little pointer tokens, new little fence posts. Some different, going back to Stone Saga, you've got some like cave paintings, it looks like. Ooh. I wonder. That can't be. I was gonna say, I wonder if these colors correspond to what box they're in. That might be kind of cool. This looks like a new, what are they? Not street, but I forget what they are. But like the road tokens. Some things that I don't even know what they could be. Some little dials and a lot more symbols there. So pretty cool. And then you've got the actual adventure book here. Played it solo, super easy to run. That's good to know. I know I've seen like a couple playthroughs of it and stuff where I think you just like, it tells you where to place it or whatever, and you just take that card away or something like that. And then this is the actual adventure book. So I think this is the actual board that you add on there. So if you don't want to see it, spoilers, I don't know what any of this means. So not a big deal to me. I haven't read through it, but these look pretty nice. This one looks kind of maybe like you're at camp or something like that, right? Like a boys camp. Gives similar vibes to that first one. Looks like those dials go there, whatever that may be. These look like some type of tulip farms, maybe in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Not sure what this could be. Pretty cool. Maybe some type of birdhouse or lodge that you're going up. Some type of lodge. There's people in there. Maybe you're bird watching. This one looks like some type of cave, farm, or cave painting things. And then the last one there, maybe you're digging or going through some trail. Not 100% sure. But there's 6 different ones that you can go on here. Ooh, look at that. There's a couple more things here. Some cards. A nice little D8 and some more meeples. I wonder if this D8 is for solo play. Let's see, maybe it says something about the solo in here. Again, more cards, beginning, balloons, end of the hike, solo scoring table, solo variant. Experience based on the rules described on page 14. The base game, you'll face a dummy player called Rover. I believe that's who it is in the base game as well. Therefore, ignoring descriptions of the hiking mode. Yeah, so it seems pretty simple. It's just this real page here. This is just the solo section here. So that's pretty sweet. It looks like it's just 3 pages long for solo stuff. So that should be really easy to run. I'm excited to play this one. This is one that I've actually wanted for quite some time. Meadow is a game that we got to play years ago at BGG Spring, and it really just appealed to me. I really, really liked it. So that's one that I'm excited for. All right, let's go here for, you know what, before we do that, let's go back to Open Owl Studios. Again, Open Owl Studios, they sent this one over as well. Should have gone over this one right after I did Stone Saga. That's okay. I did 2 playthroughs of this one on the channel. The first one I did live. That was the second time I had played the game. Made a couple mistakes here and there. They were easy to make mistakes, things that I just overlooked. But I think the end outcome would have been about the same. But this is Storyfold Wildwoods. The other one was a pre-recorded playthrough. And this one, I love this little box here. So it's a magnetic flap. Looks like a nice little book, right? So you've got everything in here. You've got the rules and references. You've got a little text in there. Fear is a guide, but so is love. The raven replied, softly folding its wings. You've got your rules references, which I've talked about before. This game teaches you how to play through this actual deck right here. This is a tutorial deck, so it will teach you everything that you need on here. So it gives you, focus for me. So first read the section titled Luma Prevails at the top of the storyboard. Congratulations, completed the scene. Oh, this is the front. Here we go. The prologue. So it says do not shuffle. It gives you the prologue cards, the left and right patches. It explains what the stuff is. It tells you where to put your cards, how the game plays. Gives you your starting off Explorer cards, and then it just gives you a bunch of instructions as you're actually playing through that prologue. So that's a really cool way to do it. And then this rules and references here goes into a little bit more detail about it. Now, there's a couple very important things in here that I wish were a little bit more noticeable, that I wish were a little bit bigger, like in the tutorial. So like one of the biggest mistakes that I was making is for this light action. Anytime that I played it, you're supposed to move them to the end of the river. I didn't do that on mine. And it does say it on here. It's just not like super bolded or anything like that. There's a couple other things that can be done that are easy to forget. But overall, you know, it's a cool way of learning the game. I'm interested in whether this will work as a light 2 player. I think it definitely could. You could do it. I know people have played like Final Girl and stuff like that, like as 2 players. And it's definitely possible, right? So again, you've got your little spiral bound book here. Got a couple texts. I saved the game last time I played it, so that is where this is here, right? So then you just flip these out, and that is your game board. So that's pretty cool. Michael, what I think you could do for a 2-player game, right, is you just, you know, you guys would just talk about which card you want to use, you know, where you want to assign the dice. Maybe one person could take a turn and then the other person could take the next turn, something like that. I think it could work as a very light cooperative game. Then you guys could also decide, do you want to use your boon, or do you want to use Braum or Luma cards? Do you want to actually use the crystal on this one? So I think it would lead to a lot of table talk, which is what you'd want in a cooperative game like that, right? So this is pretty cool here, right? It's got all that. It's a very easy way to save. And then again, Open Owl Studios, they came with this awesome little insert here. And I'm not using it exactly how they're describing you to, because you can use it to save in the middle of games. I saved at the end of the game. So I'm just putting all my components there, right? So I've got all my crystals. I've got the shadow and light tokens. I've got the exploration tokens, and then some stun tokens there. This is my explore cards. I've got Luma and Braum. I've got the dice that I've used, because you can unlock other dice as well. So those just stay in the base box. And then at the bottom here, you've got all the different chapters. So you have the prologue, the tutorial, first chapter, second chapter, third, fourth, fifth. There's expansions and stuff like that, I believe, that you can get. You've got this one that says do not open. But this is where your components are generally supposed to go. I just like putting them here because it's a little bit easier to get to for the next game. But overall, Storyfold has been fun. I've liked it. So yeah, excited to keep that one going as well. Now I've got too many narrative games, too many stories that I'm trying to keep track of in my brain. But that's not a bad thing. I like these stories. All right, so that was Storyfold. Okay, up next, let's look at Mad Kala. This one was sent to us by Druid City Games. Devin and I talked about this one a little bit. It wasn't our favorite game. I don't think this game is necessarily for us, but it is a very easy 2-player 1v1, head-to-head Mancala game. I can see why people would enjoy it, and I'm definitely keeping it in the collection for when Lola gets a little bit older. This is something that I would be able to play with her. Rulebook, very light. I think it's 10 pages, 8 pages long. There is a lot of symbology. That is the one thing with this one. So all these different symbols and stuff like that, that all mean different things. There's a good little glossary at the bottom, but you are going to have to kind of go back and forth between it. Now, the production value of this game, amazing. This is just the base game, and it comes with this player mat, which is very nice, very high quality player mat. It comes with all of these plastic tokens here, right? So these ones are, some of your characters have different abilities and stuff like that, so they might use these, but very, very nice ones. Like the playthrough that we did, I did the queen, and these were her tokens here, right? So you had her little crown. You're not going to use all of them every game, but you will use some of them throughout the games. But they're very, very good quality. So in this game, you are at the tea party, right? Alice in Wonderland theme. And you have 2 players, and you both start off with 25 health. And you're just trying to knock each other's health down from 25 down to 0. So you have, like I mentioned, different abilities. And so you've got your Mad Hatter, you've got Alice, the Cheshire Cat, and so the artwork is Manny Tremblay. He does artwork for Dice Throne and stuff like that. So very cool artwork. You got the Jabberwock, the White Rabbit, the Cheshire Cat stuff there. And then they've got all sorts of different asymmetric abilities, right? So, you'll pick your character, whatever that may be, and then you're going to put their abilities out on each side, something like that. And you've got Alice, and then Alice's abilities will go on her side, right? And each ability is something different. You're going to be using them to do different things. And then you've got the actual shards of madness, and these are your Mancala pieces that you're just going to be picking up and dropping off at different places, right? So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. And if I dropped off my piece here, I would be dealing, actually, I'd be removing 2 shards. If I finish my turn here, I'd be dealing 2 damage to my opponent. I would heal. I would get some of these one-off cards here that, let me do 3 damage and heal up something, or they let me redo an action, or, just anything like that. Just a whole bunch of different things that you can do on your turn. So, again, it is a very, very simple game. If that's something that you're looking for, then that is who this game is for. I think it was just a little bit too light for Devin and mine's taste. Basically, we were just, when can we get to this damage, this damage, this damage, and this damage? What can we do to end our pieces there? And that was pretty much what we played for the whole time. So again, this is one that I would like to play with my daughter, and maybe within the next year or so, because it is going to work on that and dropping stuff off on which position you want it to land in, and just that little bit of forward planning that you'll need there. It also does come with this expansion, or at least I got this expansion, the Tweedles and the Caterpillars, with just some more asynchronous player abilities. So pretty cool little components there. Again, the artwork is great. It's got a nice little turn order reference sheet that was helpful, at the beginning whenever you are trying to learn the game. So that is Mancala. And then a lot of the players also come with their own guides. So it just kind of says, if they have anything special going on or anything like that. Again, production value, very, very well. Very, very good from this game. Just the fact that it comes with this player board and everything is awesome. But very, very light game. And, it'll play under 30 minutes. So not bad to have either. So that is Mancala. All right, coming up next, let's do Cozy Stickerville. The artwork is neat on that one, Michael. I will agree. The artwork is very, very nice. Cozy Stickerville. This was sent over by Unexpected Games and Asmodee. Not 100% sure how to say it. This game has been awesome. I'm not going to go too much into it. My review for this game actually comes out tomorrow, so go ahead and check that out tomorrow. But man, this game has been so fun. I saw a lot about it on social media, just a lot of people playing it. If this is 1 to 6 players, it's a co-op game. It is, does it have an age on here? Doesn't have an age on here, not that I see. 8+. So looking at it, I knew this was going to be a family weight game. I saw the name Stickerville. I saw Cozy. I saw that it was like a 1 point something weight. And I figured, I think my daughter would like this game. I want to try it and see if she would like it. We were able to, we've gotten through 6 years so far. We were going to play our 7th one today, but she had a long day at school, so we didn't get it played today. So hopefully tomorrow. This game plays over 10 years, and I'm not going to spoil much here, but year 1, you start with an empty board, just like this. And basically the story is your father has left you a piece of land. Your father basically thinks that you are a lazy person, and he's just like, here's some land. This is the last thing that I'm giving to you. See if you can do something for yourself. So the first year, you're going to put your own house, you're going to put a lake, you're going to put a couple trees and stuff like that. But you're really just going to be exploring one piece of land on one side of the river. Eventually, you're going to start adding a bunch of stickers onto this map. So these can be different types of milestones. This can be different types of roads, chasms, different types of buildings, just all sorts of stuff here. You can add animals, you can add just everything, right? There's a little bear. I don't know what the bear's for. I'm not there yet. But all these different stickers. And eventually you're going to build a bridge, and then you can start building on this side of the land. You have this storybook component that's going to go through different stories. You're going to be placing stickers in the stories. You might go fishing, which is stuff on the back. But basically, all you're doing in the game is you're doing two things. So let me see if I can find the reference card here. If not, that's okay, because it's very easy to teach anyway. But what you do is, on your turn, you're going to get an event card. Let me try to see if I can find event 1. Or one of the first year ones, right? So every year has an event deck, and there's 12 cards in each event deck. And what you'll do on your turn is you'll flip it over, and then you're going to, oops, this is a one that we don't want to spoil too much, but you read what it says, and then it's either going to give you an action or some type of choice. So the choices are something like build a house or build a fire department. Either forage for berries, gather wood, or spend 1 food to gather lots of wood. So you're going to make some type of choice, and then you're just going to resolve that. After that, you're going to do some type of action, and those actions are going to be cards underneath your board, or let's see if we can go here just a little bit, or different things that you might have on your land. I actually don't have too many actions here, but something like this, right? So you'll see that. And that one has you go to the book, and you're going to read, 14.1 or whatever it may be. And then you read it and you resolve it. You're going to be getting milestones. You'll be getting happiness. You'll just be getting all sorts of stuff on that map. So the story is just going to progress. You'll have the choice of letting people come into your town, kicking people out of your town. You're going to save resources all throughout the game. Those are my resources that we're going to start year 7 with. Down here is all the actions that we're going to start with, right? So this is literally set up just very, very easy to go through. This one's a spoiler. We'll hide that one. This one's a spoiler too. Actually, all these are, but those are big ones, I feel like. You got a dice that you roll, if you want to go fishing or whatever. But it's really neat. It's really cool. And my daughter absolutely loves it. She'll be 6 in July. And there's been some times where, I pick her up from school and she's just like, Dad, can we play Cozyville? Dad, can we play stickers? And it's awesome to hear. And, talking about the previous game, saying that's a little bit too light for my taste and stuff like that. This one is very light, but it is the perfect kind of light. Again, I'm playing it with my daughter. She's having a lot of fun. This is like the perfect family weight game. Ian, I know him and I have talked about it a couple times. You love Cozy Stickerville. You played a full game. Looking forward to the backside. I've heard that, just playing it solo is really nice. One downside, and I mentioned this a little bit in my review, is kind of there what Ian says is in order to see all of the choices, you probably have to buy another copy, because even though you can play the campaign twice all the way through, there's just so much stuff that you're going to miss. And I guess that's also a good thing, right? Because you want to see everything that's happening in the game. But this has been an awesome one. The rule book is legitimately 4 pages. It's just that. And a lot of it is where like sticker placement rules. So it's honestly like not very hard to do. Cozy Stickerville, honestly been one of my favorite ones that I've played this year. Awesome game. Hey Pat, you're leaving the game store. Did you buy anything? Hopefully you got something good. And if you haven't, go back in and maybe get Cozy Stickerville. Great game. I would highly recommend that one. Okay, let's see what we have next. Let's go with Capstone Games. And this is one of the games from Capstone. They sent this one over. This one is called Pawnscape. Pawnscape is a tableau builder. This was made by Thomas Holick. He's the guy that he designed SETI. He designed Aquaria, which we'll talk about here in a second. He designed Tea Garden, a couple other games. But Pawnscape is basically just a Tableau grid builder with a whole bunch of different cards. And these are all different types of frogs. I think the artwork is very cute. I think it's really good. But all these different frogs have different scoring conditions. You have different types of habitats. You have this little big chunker there. Right, so you're going to place them in a 5x3. Yeah, a 5x3 grid or a 3x5. I think it's a 5x3. Yeah, 5x3 grid, something like this. And then you're going to score them just based on adjacency rules, basically. So, for example, this one here will only score if it has less than three or less different types of species. So if this were the Tableau, this one would not score because there's already more than 3 different types of species in here. This one here scores if there's 4 or more water cards in your Tableau. So water cards are just that, right? This one here scores based on if it's next to a habitat. No. I don't remember now. This one scores, it needs to be next to 2 different habitats. That's what it is. So if it was something like this, and then that's 2 different habitats, right? So all sorts of different types of scoring mechanisms there. And you are going to be drafting them from a pile. There's also this mechanism for the frog jumping, and I actually don't know where that card is. It's in here somewhere. Wonder if I can find it, and if not, that's okay. But you've got this actual jumping frog here, and this jumping frog is going to be jumping on this little track up there, and that track allows you to tuck cards underneath different types of food. And these food types are just other ways to score victory points at the end of the game. So really the game is just a find as many ways as you can to score victory points and try to score as many as you can. They're going to score on clusters of frogs, and the more frogs that you have of the same species, the more you get. So if you've got 4 frogs of the same species, you get 32 points and stuff like that. So it's a very I've talked about it before, I believe, on stream and stuff like that. It really reminds me of like a castle combo, or something along those lines, where you're just trying to make all the cards work together. I got to play the solo today, which it plays very similar to a multiplayer game, but you have this little kind of achievement table at the end. Overall, it's a very easy game to play. Yeah, so you've got a 5x3 grid here, and then you've got all your food types down there. And then you've got the foods that you're tucking at the bottom. But it's a very easy game to play. Plays in about 45 minutes or so at most. And it's one that I've really enjoyed. So that is Pawnscape. Sticking here with Capstone Games, let's look at Aquaria, another Thomas Holick design. Again, same one as Pawnscape and SETI. And this game is all about making aquariums. So I got to inventory it all yesterday, all last night. A lot of icons in this game, a lot of ones that are newer. So kind of, a little bit of a learning curve there. You've got some solo tiles here. Every player has their own, player bag. So you've got white, blue, red, and green players. You have different types of food. So these are the cans of food that you're going to be feeding the fish, or the food that you'll be feeding the fish at the end. You got all these different types of fish, and I actually did not open this yesterday, but let's go through it. You have lionfish, which are a special type of fish that you draw some of at the beginning of the game, but you've got these different type of lionfish here. Score victory points. You've got these little dials that you're going to be moving. I I forget what this is. I believe they have to be. Oh, that's the type of card that it is. Yeah, that's a lionfish. And then you've got this deck of cards, right, which is just either some type of plant, I believe it is. Those don't cost anything, or some type of fish or anemone. That's right. So then you've got anemones, and this is how much it costs. So you pay stuff in oxygen. So it costs 5 oxygen. See if we can find fish. Oh yeah, there's a clownfish that you pay 3 oxygen, but you reduce the price if you have anemones around or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I just kind of glanced at the rule book a little bit last night. So you've got these cards that you're going to be playing in your player board here. So this is your aquarium. Right, and so you've got these little dials, these little knobs that go in here that you're going to be trying to adjust to the color, right? So you've got blue, red, green, and yellow, and those will give you bonuses at the end of rounds and stuff like that if you have it facing a specific color. And you move those by placing cards, and you'll see this tells you that you can adjust the dial in this row and this column. That's what this here says. By 1, so you can change it one direction, and that might be, to the color that you need it to for the end of the round, something like that. This is an action selection. Oh, before we get into that, I hate stickering components. These components were not stickered, and these weren't hard. These weren't that bad. But boy, do I not like stickering components. I've come to realize that is probably one of my least favorite things of getting the game set up. You've got your rules, or I'm sorry, you've got your scoring reference sheet here. Everybody has one of those. And then, like I said, maybe I got distracted, but this is an action selection game. And so you're going to have 4 turns per round. This is your action counter. And what you do is these are the actions that you're going to be taking throughout the game. So let me see if I can set this up. Shouldn't be too bad. Like that. Yeah. And then in here, there are different types of bonuses and stuff like that. Right. So let's say whenever you first start off, right, you put your dice on one of these action wheels here. And so this one moves you on a specific track. This one gives you oxygen. This one gets you food and cards. This one you discard to get some bonuses. This one lets you play a card, right? So you do this, you get some type of bonus. You get to do the action, and then you can move it to an adjacent wheel and get the bonuses from there. Or you can go to a completely opposite one and not get the bonus, but still do the action there. The center wheel is adjacent to everything. So if you go there, you can get adjacent stuff from there. Not seeing much coverage on Aquaria. Paul Grogan is actually going to be doing a live play of this one this week. I think, if not tomorrow, then I think on Wednesday. And I'm hoping to at least catch some of that one just because I'm really interested in the gameplay. Like I said, I've read through some of the rule books, some of the rule book. It makes sense. It seems like it flows pretty easily, but I want to see how the game is played a little bit more. Devin and I are actually planning on playing this one this week and then recording one fairly soon to hopefully go out within the next month or so. Saw Paul was doing a live play this week. I'm hoping to catch it as well. Yeah, there we go. So he's doing a live play of it. Ian, did you happen to get this one too? It seems pretty good. It seems like there's a lot of bonuses that you're going to get. It seems like a lot of things will trigger, do this to get this bonus. You have some filters here to get these bonuses. All sorts of stuff like that. So I think you can get quite a bit from it. But also looking at the scoring tie or the end game scoring here, you're getting points from a lot of stuff, right? So you're getting points for your oxygen level, for your, I don't remember what that is, and your filters, for your exploration, for your lionfish, for fish in sets, all sorts of stuff. So there's like a lot of way to get points, a lot of ways to get points. So I'm not sure if this is like a end game planning or just try to get as many points throughout the game as you can. I can't think of any fish puns. If you know some, go ahead and drop them in the comments so that I can throw them in during the gameplay. Pulse playthrough is Friday morning for us. Okay, Friday morning. Well, that's good. That way it will be fresh for me when I play the game Friday evening. I know there's like a somewhat different setup for 2 players, but it doesn't make like that big of a difference. There's a lot of solo plays of this one out on YouTube that haven't gotten a chance to look at, but I have seen those out there. I'll probably solo this at some point, but again, I'm playing Stone Saga for the foreseeable future. I'm very excited for that one. But yeah, this is Aquaria. I've enjoyed a lot of Thomas Holick's games, right? Galileo Galilei, SETI, Pawnscape, and I'm just hoping that this one is another good one that cements itself with those other games. So that is Aquaria. Okay, coming up next, we've done this one. Let's go through Core of Discovery. This one was sent to us by Off the Page Games. I did a live playthrough of it on Friday, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. But Core of Discovery is just a deduction game. Again, you can go watch that playthrough of it. I was doing very well at the beginning, and then I completely screwed up a logic rule. Even before that, I was probably heading down the wrong way. But it's just a deduction game where you are exploring your little path here, right? So normally there would be a map in here in this little section there, and then you're covering all these little holes with these pegs. Michael, I probably won't back it. I don't think I would. I think this, and I haven't really looked too much into it, but Core of Discovery for me, I actually wouldn't play this one co-op either. This is just a strict puzzle for me. I don't think I would want to play that with somebody else. Is that Sacagawea on the front of the cover? Possible. No idea. Now, this is based on a comic called Manifest Destiny. And it does have to do with Manifest Destiny and Lewis and Clark and all that. So very well could be Sacagawea on the front cover. I have not read any of the comics. I've kind of looked at them a little bit, but I don't know any of the lore or anything about it. Michael, isn't that more of like a versus game, Discovery Duo? So anyway, here you are, just exploring and finding those different resources. This is where your challenge cards go. This is your backpack. Again, if you fill it up, you could get fatigued. You have to spend more water. You can do some actions and stuff like that. These are all of the maps. So, we got to play that one last week. There are 10 maps total for the fauna, which is this one here. And then there are 10 maps total for flora. So what you do, which is pretty cool, is you get this little board. You stick it in here, right? You cover up the map that you are trying to take out. Something like that, right? You guys probably saw it. I didn't see it there. And then you get this exploration board, right? And you stick this in here. Uh-oh, come on. Right, and so then that is in there. Something like that. And then you start filling in the pegs, so that way you know where it's at, and then you just remove this blinding cover, and the map stays down in there. So it's a pretty cool little way that they did that, just to kind of keep it from spoiling, or keep yourself from spoiling them. Now, once you've played it, like I said, there's only 20 maps total, 22 if you count the training maps. But once you play it, I personally would not be able to remember all 20 maps. I might remember like a little bit of where stuff is at, but I'm never going to remember the exact places where things are at. So I think I would be able to play it multiple times that way. And then you have your actual deduction rules. So these are the flora deduction rules. These are the fauna deduction rules. And it's just stuff like water has to be orthogonally adjacent to wood, and wood will also be orthogonally adjacent to water. Stuff with teepees and food. You've got skulls will have 4 different types of terrains around them, and then you'll get a threat card, right? So all sorts of stuff like that. Tons of different gear. Search cards, which I'm not sure what that is about. You have different characters, you have different challenges, and then again, all the different types of resources and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool game. It's definitely a unique game, and it's not a game that's going to be for everybody. But like I said, I'm seeing it way more as just a logic puzzle, something that you can just kind of work out and try to figure out, as you play. This is the training mission logics. So again, there's 2 training missions, and this is just, the logic that you'd use for that. Same thing on the back side there. Let's put this back. Yeah, that is a Core of Discovery. Pretty cool game. A lot of people had it in their top solo games last year. I don't know if I would put it up that high, but I could definitely see why some people would put it up that high for them. So, yeah, that is Core of Discovery. I think, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's still on Kickstarter. It might not be on Kickstarter anymore, but the second edition of the game, the second printing with an improved rulebook, and a couple other little changes, was on Kickstarter, or currently is on Kickstarter, and they're also doing that Core of Discovery Duo. So if you're interested in it, it is, or it was recently, on crowdfunding again. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to this one. This one I'm very, very excited about. This is Dreams and Mysteries. This is the Lands of Galzer expansion. Lands of Galzer is right up here. Lands of Galzer was my #1 game a couple years ago. And this is just an expansion to it. It is the first expansion. It came with this little update pack. So I have the second printing, I believe, of Lands of Galzer. So I have to update some of them. Not all of them, because it's the second printing, but a lot of them. I'm just going to update all of them because I don't know what the difference is going to be, but that's what this is here. And then this came in a not reusable, but a recyclable box, which I really appreciate. I know Stonemeyer does that quite a bit also. But this is Dreams and Mysteries. So Dreams and Mysteries adds a new character. And this new character, I don't remember their name, but it is these 2 characters here. You've got this little froggy, this little poison dart frog, and this lizard. Welcome to Dreams and Mysteries, first expansion. The expansion adds a lot of new content. This booklet guides you through integrating it into your game, after which you can enable the expansion content. It also introduces a new adventurer. It gives you new save slots. And now you can also make it be playable more than 4 players. So that's pretty cool. You've got your adventure figurine. Where's our little guy? Here he is. What is his name? I forget it. The dynamic duo. I know it's in here. Oh, Noko and Umi. So it is Noko and Umi, a flat-headed rock, a gama, and a strawberry poison frog. So here we are. I love the little screen printed meeples here, Anna meeples. So that is Noko, the big one, and then we've got Umi, our little strawberry poison frog. So this is just adding some more item cards, companion cards, quest cards, adventure cards, all those kind of things there. Right, here's the dynamic duo. When you begin the scene, you discard to get a star, a success. You've got more of your event cards that you can get. So if whoever you are playing with, you will do that event with whoever that is. And then you've got some companions here like Manji. What is Manji? Manji's a little rat. Head north towards Yezdan. 5 discard. So pretty cool little pieces there. I really do appreciate. Oh, here's the name also, Noko and Yumi. I appreciate them adding these dividers in here for the base game, so that I can just integrate everything in there. You have, Noko and Yumi's gold tracker. You've got their new player board and just some new tokens, the timer tokens for the adventurers. So that's pretty cool for the adventure board. That's really nice. I do appreciate that quite a bit. That I can just get rid of this box and put it in the base game. Of course, some new little skill markers for your player board there, and then some new achievements. So once you do something, and I thought this was pretty cool, you've got this achievement, which is blurred out, and this achievement, which has a question mark next to it. So sometime I will figure out what those achievements are. And hopefully when I do, I will be surprised by them. But this also, I believe they have also added some new stories into the digital storybook. So there are new things that are happening on the digital storybook as well, not just cards and stuff like that. So once you access that app, you can, just do new stories, not just for Nico and Umi or Umu, whatever, Nico and Umi, but for all of your other characters as well. Let's see if I can get this back in there, please. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, so just a couple new things. I'm excited to do that. I'll start a new campaign with Noko and Umi. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, there are some themes in here that aren't the best for a little kid, but you can always skip those. This would be a fun one to do with Lola as well. So that is Dreams and Mysteries, Lands of Gowser. I believe I said it, but this was sent to me by Snowdale Design. So very happy for that one. All right, let's go into, I've got 2 more games here. This next one, this is the one that I purchased myself. This is Leviathan Wilds. This game, I just was very, very intrigued in. I saw it when it came to crowdfunding. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then I started, just kind of looking into it a little bit more, and just started getting more and more interested in this game the more that I saw about it. Started watching a couple playthroughs and stuff like that. And it was just a game that was really kind of, calling to me. It looked very sweet. I asked Devin if he had ever heard of it. He hadn't heard of it. But then as I started watching more and more playthroughs or more and more reviews, people kept comparing it to how a video game, and I don't remember what the video game is now. He would be, what was it called? I don't remember. But you are these guardians or something, and you are climbing on top of these creatures, and you are trying to cure them from the blight, is basically what it is. So I did actually get the mutations expansion when I purchased this one, and I also got the upgrade pack, the deluxe pieces. But this Shadow of Colossus, that was it, Paulo. You are absolutely right. Shadow of Colossus. So you have all these different Leviathans here, right? And so this is what they look like, and they just look awesome. This artwork just really, really stood out to me. Pablo, have you played this one? So then you've got, all these different types of Leviathans, right? And so what you do on your turn, or what you do in the game, is you have these dice, and these dice are health trackers or blight trackers. And like I said, you're trying to cure them to get them back to their Shadow of the Colossus, yeah. And trying to get them back to what they, what they normally are. So you have these dice out here, right? So you have these blue turquoise colored dice, and these are the blight dice. And then you have these purple ones, which are just their normal health die, or their normal uh, health that you need to try to cure, right? So you have something like this. And then you have your players, your little guardians or whatever they may be, and you're trying to basically climb up this creature and get over here and do some damage to try to clear these crystals. So you have your player boards, and you've got your actions, so you can spend your action points to do different things. You've got different types of characters that you can be, right? So you can be this guardian or this one, hazard, which I believe is this one here. And you've got special cards, right? So, on my turn, I can play this card. I have 5 action points if I play it, and I can spend those these ways, or I can play this card to do this action here. So climb 2 with that symbol and that symbol protection. Then if activating your AP card, gains this and that. So, you're just climbing up them. Oh, that was the back of them. Pretty cool. They've got the back and the front screen printed. But yeah, you're just kind of going up there and trying to do damage and trying to clear all the dice on the board. And the timer for the game. Oh, so that's your main person, right? But then you also have different skills, so you can mix your guardian with these different skills, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. So I could pick. I want cheer. I want the herald cheer, and then next time I want the roughneck cheer. So it's just a mix and match of all these decks that you can play. And then the timer for the game is you have your health here, and then you have your blight here. And so anytime you hit one of these turquoise dice, this is going to move up. Anytime you get some damage, either by going through one of these spaces or possibly cards and events that it's going to do, you're going to lose your health. And if eventually your 2 tokens ever meet, you will eventually succumb and you will die to the Leviathan or whatever it may be. So they've got all sorts of abilities also, right? So this one is Fury. Which one is Fury? Weaver, Avalanche, Hive, Collector. So this one is Fury. And he's got special setup, right? So he's got all these tokens. These are Fury tokens. And then here's special abilities that it has. And then these are the event cards that it's going to do whenever it's its turn. So closest to the event, 1 injury, stuff like that. So it's very modular, very, however you want to play it. You've got these little explosion things, which is like, oh, anything in this area is going to get damaged. So, just little stuff like that. The game is very awesome. I haven't gotten to play it as much as I would like to, but I'm very, very excited to go through all these Leviathans and try to kill them. This could easily be reskinned as Attack on Titan. Yes, this could very easily be Attack on Titan. It's awesome. It's very cool. I really like the mechanics of it. And so, let's say you're here. There are these little, like, I don't know if you can see it, but right there are some circles. So these are your movement patterns, right? And you have some circles like that also. So if your character is ever like this, right, you can't go to one of those because there's nothing there. You would just fall down until you hit a ledge, one of these ledges. But let's say like you're here, right, and you had a diagonal jump, you could jump diagonally to here. So it's just like a really cool efficiency, using your cards efficiently and trying to get to all the places, because you're playing as 2 different of these 2 different heroes, and you're trying to clear all the dice, and it's a lot of area, so you want to do the movement as best as you can. Very cool, very fun little game to be playing. And yeah, definitely reskin it as anything. This right here, I believe, is the first player token. Nice little tortoise there. The first Leviathan. Let's see. This goes here. And then I have the mutation pack and stuff like that. Honestly, haven't looked at the mutation pack because I haven't even gotten through the base game yet. But that is Leviathan Wilds. All right, last one here. This is Wormspan Dragon Academy. This was sent to us by Stonemeyer Games. Of course, you need a Wormspan in order to play it, but this is just a adding more stuff expansion. That's all this is. And these expansions are generally ones that we enjoy. So this one is just going to add more dragon cards, new cave cards, and new dragon guilds. It also has a storage place for these new things. I'm assuming it's for these new things. Maybe it's for the old ones also. I just watched Jamie's video about his biggest regrets in board games, and one of his biggest regrets for Wormspan was not including a tray for the cards and stuff like that. So I thought that was really interesting. So again, I don't know if this one is for this game or if it's for the base game. I'm going to assume it's for both. We'll see. I'm not sure. Devin has that copy, so I can't check. But yeah, so you've just got, again, more dragon cards. And these dragons were very cool, very awesome artwork. I believe it is, oh no, the art by Clementine Compardu. I'm not sure what else they've done. I guess just the other Wormspan. It does add different type of dragons as well. Ooh. The insert is for both of them. So let's see. We still have, ooh, maybe, is it this Dragonette? Is that the new one? Curious Feline Dragonette. Oh, it's a fledgling. That's got to be what it is. Is that the new thing? I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I'm wrong. I like that one. That's like your classic dragon. Pugnacious Amphitheater. So it's mostly just more. There are hatchlings now. Is it hatchlings? I thought there was already hatchlings. Are those the baby ones? Verdant Wisps. Fledgling. There you go. It's got to be fledgling. Bullish Griff Dragon. This game taught me the difference between a worm, a wyvern, and a dragon. So I appreciate that for this one. This one's cute. Enlightened Fey Dragon. Helpful. I'm just going to have to stop and show you all these cute ones. I've got to put this game away. Lola will take these cards from me and hide them because they're so cute. So yeah, just new dragons. And then, of course, you've got your dragon facts, right? So what they do, named for its frog-like mouth, large eyes, this dragon's a quick learner, able to repeat behavior flawlessly. Just nice little things about them. It looks like you have a new board here. Round tracker, scores. What is this? Updated round tracker. Okay, so it's just updated. Don't remember what was wrong with the other one. You have 5 different guilds. So we've got the Guild of Magicians. We've got the Gamblers Guild, the Veterinary Guild, Veterinary Guild, Guild of Merchants, and then the King's Guild. And then, of course, like every other good expansion, you've got some new bonuses to go to at the end of the game. So something here to do with fledglings or round bonuses. Fledglings, dragons that have printed costs that includes gold, coins and activations, dragons that may store eggs, dragons that may only live in caves. Each spot gives different endgame rewards. Okay. Here we've got some more cavern cards. Come on, open up. Maybe, I don't remember if that's what it was. That was another one of his regrets, I believe, from this game. was that he felt like people weren't passing whenever he thought they would have originally. So he included, I believe it's 6 coins. And he had assumed, Jamie Stagmeyer, and I might be wrong, I might be misquoting this. It was on his video, again, his biggest regrets. And he said that people weren't passing quick enough. People were using all their coins to do all the actions. And so what he had hoped to have done was he wanted to add these bonuses in order to give people more of an incentive to pass early. So you could choose which one of these things you wanted instead of maybe just getting the one that everybody wanted or something like that. You look at the bottom of that new board, you'll see it's bigger and there's spots to get rewards. Yeah. So that's what these ones are down here. So for rounds 1 and 2, you put your adventure here. When you pass for round 3, place your adventure on one of these ones. But I think that's probably what this has to do with. So that's pretty cool. I like that he changes stuff based on that. Just got some wooden tokens here. Oh yeah, the cavern cards. About fledglings. Looks like it's a lot of fledgling stuff. Activate the adventure ability on up to 2 dragons. Gain resources. Yep, some more cavern stuff. Then this looks like more dragons. Ravel mode. Atoma difficulty. What is Ravel mode? Is that the solo? You're absolutely right, Ian. This looks just like Origin Story art. It's like that watercolor kind of. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. And delicious and a couple of floriferous. Yeah, that's exactly who did this art. Is this a solo, Ian? I'm not sure. Same backs there. So we've got the phlegmatic fire dragon. That one's cool. Oh, I like that one. Kind of looks like a cheetah. Solicitous Quaddle. Ravel mode is an alternate solo mode where the Atoma reacts more. Oh, cool. I didn't know that was in the Machiavelli's Dragon. That's cool. I like that. I like all these artworks. You know what? I wonder if they're going to make an expansion for this one like they did of Wingspan, where it's like fan-made ones. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so that is Wormspan. Dragon Academy. Dragon Academy? Yep. Very cool. Excited to add that one in there. I did enjoy this game quite a bit. We do need to play it some more, so definitely going to get to that one to the table soon. But that is Wormspan, Dragon Academy. Very cool. But that's it. That is all the stuff that is new to the collection on my end, or at least most of the stuff that's new to the collection on my end. I probably forgot a couple here and there. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I know Devin has a ton of stuff at his house. He just recently picked up all of the board and dice games that he was missing, which I believe were Origin. What else? Origins. He got like the loot pack. He also just recently got Tricarion. He recently got Barrage. He recently got, oh man, so many other ones. He cleared out a ton of space at his house, and then a ton more stuff came in. So a lot of stuff that I'm missing for sure, but we'll make some content on that stuff at some point. But that's all that I have. I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully it won't be as long until the next one of these. Like I said, the last one is in December. Now, that's also not a bad thing because at least we had some time to kind of play the games that we had in our collection. I do know that we're expecting quite a few more things in the foreseeable future. That's okay. I do enjoy learning new games as well. But that's all that I have for now. As always, remember, like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really does help. It helps our channel grow. And then, like I mentioned, tomorrow we've got the review for Cozy Stickerville going live. So please go ahead and check that out. And then that's all that I have. Till Friday, you guys have a good week. See y'all later.